Hello, my name is Miranda Knobloch, and today we are going to be going over autism and learning. So a quick overview and some facts. Autism spectrum disorder, also known as ASD, is passed through genetics and is a neurodevelopmental condition. Children with ASD show difficulty with language development, sensory processing, and a number of cognitive realms such as attention, executive functions, and memory. In 2020, the CDC reported that approximately 1 in 54 children in the United States alone were diagnosed with ASD according to 2016 data, compared to 1 in 150 according to the data taken in 2000. This is a 36% increase in the last 16 years, and to clarify, this is not due to more children having a diagnosis of ASD, rather that the research that has been conducted and the assessments that have been created to help us understand ASD have improved. Relevant research. First, Babcock et al. In 2021 discussed how many students with ASD show difficulty in many areas but wanted to focus on the cognitive realm of memory and wanted to see if memory strategies would benefit in their academic performance. After using two types of memory strategies, they found that many children were able to acquire the strategies in short periods of time and instruction. They were able to learn the strategies within the first teaching session and were able to maintain them during subsequent phases of the study. This research shows that one of the many strategies to help educators gather tools to use in their classroom to support their students with ASD as well as the rest of the classroom. Another research article was by Schur et al. In 2021, who conducted research to find if using concrete manipulatives that are tangible representations of abstract concepts, some examples are in the picture to the right, and a virtual manipulative, which is a virtual representation of abstract concepts for double-digit addition and word problem solving, could be used as a tool to support mathematical skills for students with ASD, and which would be more beneficial. The research found that while both were useful tools for the students in independent and accurate performance, virtual manipulatives produced more stable and successful performance. They found that when using virtual manipulatives independently on mathematical problems, the students were not only successful in learning the task analysis steps, but they also had success in performing them independently. Brain involvement. Ashcombe in 2020 found through magnetic resonance imaging, which is also known as an MRI scan, uh, that those diagnosed with ASD often have a enlarged hippocampus, which is the area of the brain that is responsible for forming and storing memory. The size of the amygdala differs between people with and without ASD, and they have a decreased amount of brain tissue in the parts of the cerebellum, which play a role in cognitive and social interactions. Impacts on learning. Depending on the function of the student's ASD, high or low, will have a different impact on their learning. We remember that ASD is a neurodevelopmental condition which can affect functions such as the development and functional use of language, which will affect both their social learning as well as their academic learning. And children with ASD is their difficulty within the cognitive realms such as attention, executive functions, and memory. Some applications that we can use in the classroom, first being routine. Routine is found to be very effective with students with ASD and helps the day go by smoothly. One way to ensure that both the students and teachers stick to a routine is to create a daily schedule that is visible for the whole class to see, and for some students to have an individual schedule that is checked off throughout the day. This is important because if there is no routine, and for some students with ASD require routine because it is familiar. If something is not familiar, then this could cause behavior in the classroom. The second would be a discrete trial training, known as DTT, which is an intervention. DTT is a structured ABA technique that breaks down a skill into smaller, discrete components and is used to teach these skills one by one. Last, provide clear choices for the students. Students with ASD can become overwhelmed and overstimulated when given too many choices, or if they are not clear. When giving instructions, make them shortened and more to the point and not giving too much extra information. This will help the student with ASD have a better grasp on what we are asking of them. And these are our references.